Welcome to the Savage Productions YouTube channel.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Savage Productions YouTube channel. This is Justin from the future. This video that I'm about to show you is actually comprised of clips pretty much over 4 or 5 months since we've had this car. It's been one of those projects that's just kind of been not so much on the back burner, but it is like the back burner project because the customer doesn't necessarily want it until springtime. But I'm going to show you a bunch of clips. It's all going to just kind of be like thrown together. Don't really have a whole lot of us working on it. So give me a break here on these clips. I don't know if there's like good transitions, all that stuff, but you know, enjoy the video. Today I wanted to introduce you to a brand new project that we have in the shop. Very, very special opportunity. This guy came down from somewhere up in Michigan and he brought his beautiful, beautiful 91 Mustang GT. This thing is basically completely stock. It doesn't have anything engine-wise done to it. The only thing that it has right now is kind of like an aftermarket security system, I guess. And the security system itself is actually kind of messing up. So we're actually going to remove that as part of our job. But anyway, like I said, completely stock. This guy has owned this thing, I believe, for like 15 years or something like that. And I think it's just been sitting for a long time. But I think it only has like 70,000 miles or something like that. I mean, everything about it still has the GT taillights and all. It's just a really beautiful, beautiful car. I have these little do not lock stickers on here because we don't have the key. So this stock engine right here is going to be yanked out of here and replaced with this. So this is a Ford Racing Boss 427. This guy's had this engine for a couple of months. It's a complete long block. Comes assembled, ready to go. It comes with the Ford Racing Z2 heads. Some nice valve covers, all that kind of stuff. So it's a 351 base, stroke to a 427. It's a Boss block, so it's going to be able to handle a whole lot of power. And this guy said, hey, throw it in my stock Mustang. So we're going to be doing that here, starting next week. But this thing, he just brought it in yesterday, brought the engine to us. It was still in the crate. We had to completely take it apart and everything. And this thing, it's just amazing. It comes all packaged up. This is exactly how it comes. Spark plug is in it, everything. So it's a 10.5 to 1 compression motor. So it'll be perfect for a nice 93 octane street setup or 93 octane boosted setup. It's kind of right in that middle ground. I believe the plan for now is for him to stay naturally aspirated, but after talking to him a little bit yesterday, he may go boosted in the future. But we're going to take out the stock engine, put this other one in, get him an intake, get him all the proper components to make this thing work right. So we're probably going to go with the Anderson 4-inch power pipe, some 1 3/4 bigger long tube headers with 3-inch collectors, 3-inch exhaust all the way out the back. He also wants tailpipes, so I think the biggest tailpipes you can get are probably like 2.5 inches. So we may do some cutouts or something like that. Not entirely sure yet. There's still a bunch to figure out there. So we're just taking a look at this thing and in awe of how original it is. Let's see the flashlight here. So you can even see the original heater hoses back there with the original clamps. It's very old school. I mean, everything about it is so crazy. The wiring harnesses are really clean, not tore up at all.
All the factory tape around the harness.
Yeah, all the tape. This is part of the alarm system right here that I was talking about. We did see that the brake booster is leaking, which is kind of taking a little toll, looks like down there on the frame, which kind of sucks because otherwise this thing has no rust. So we're probably going to take care of that for him. Maybe grind it smooth, paint it up with some factory paint kind of deal, because it doesn't look like it's really ate through the frame at all. But man, I mean, everything about it is just completely stock. That's really all I can show you for now. We haven't started working on it just yet, but more updates will be coming very, very soon. Hey, we're back. So we finally got some extra room here in the shop, got some projects in and out, and we have some parts that came in for the red car here. So you saw a little bit earlier, I gave you an update, and honestly that was about a month or two ago, really. So we already got some of the parts out. That right there is the transmission. There's a bell housing and a few other things that we took out. We ordered suspension for this thing a while ago. Was it AJE suspension?
Yeah.
We're officially a dealer for them. They took a little bit of time to get the suspension to us. I think they might have had a little bit of issues going on and had to get it repowder coated and that kind of stuff. So here's the suspension components. This is the complete front end kit. And by complete front end kit, I mean it doesn't come with struts, which we found out. We didn't know that was going on. But everything else comes in here, including the motor mounts and everything. All tubular K-member, and it should fit in there and look really nice once it's in there. Plus, it'll have a little bit of weight savings. But as far as the engine goes, we're going to be taking this thing out soon. Dad's just been stripping the front, all the accessories off and stuff, trying to get this thing ready to pull out, because pretty much once we get this thing pulled out, we'll be doing some of the front suspension work. We still have to do like frame connectors and all that kind of stuff. We're going to do frame connectors, and we're also going to do the torque boxes, torque box reinforcements, and then all the supporting mods that a 351 base block needs. But this project really, I don't think it's going to take all that long. It's just going to be a lot of stuff, but it's really not going to be crazy, I don't think.
And I guess it depends on if he wants, because we didn't really talk about, painting all the components like we did on change.
Yeah, well, I'm sure that he wants to.
Yeah.
With the way that engine over there looks.
Yeah.
We just had it covered up.
Yeah, we're gonna have to, because we're gonna have a, whole different radiator, fan, cooling fan, electric. I mean, it's gonna be nice. So we might as well.
Yeah.
Because we're gonna use all the factory power steering, AC, basically everything's gonna go back on the front of the 351 block.
Right.
So I'm sure we're gonna clean it and paint it and make it all look really nice. So
Correct me if I'm wrong, but it seems like this is probably the first time that this entire car has been like really worked on.
yeah, it's all. I mean, it had original clutch in it.
Yeah.
It even has original O-rings.
Yeah,
of course,
he pulled
it didn't
this
have,
out.
Yeah,
The original O-ring in it.
it didn't have
for
any
AC.
Freon in it. It leaked out. The only thing that is aftermarket is the spark plugs, the wires, and the cap.
Yeah, and the security system that you already took off.
Yeah, and
I mean, wheels and tires and everything on it. All these tires, the original tires. That's why the one on the back corner over there is flat. You might have seen in some of my other videos.
I mean, everything's original on it.
Yep.
It's kind of cool to see that. So it's got 70-something thousand miles, and let me show you this clutch. I can't believe.
Yeah, I haven't seen it
It
yet.
has an original clutch for the mileage, but it hasn't even been abused. I mean, look at the flywheel. There's no hot spots.
That's not the flywheel.
I'm sorry, I mean the pressure plate. There's flywheel. It's got my fingerprints on it, but I mean, look at that. I mean, there's not really any, just a few little normal hot spots, and there's a disc.
Wow. I mean, it does look like you put it in and just took it right back out.
Yeah, so it wasn't abused. It wasn't ran hard at all. So
Yeah. Well, it's stock, so it really couldn't be run all that hard.
I guess not.
Actually, he has shorty headers on it, doesn't he?
No, it's got stock headers.
All right, yeah, this one does have the stock
The only
headers.
thing is it has
Yeah, look at the stock headers. They're so tiny. Here's my finger for reference. That's pathetic.
And then this, instead of the stock catalytic converters, this is what he had on it. And
Oh, okay.
You could tell it was done looks like at a muffler shop, but
Yeah.
it fits perfect.
So let's see. This is all the stuff from the red car. That's left over from John's build. He's going to come and get all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then the drive shaft is also his. And then back here we have a little bit more of Cheney's components, which we actually just finished up the engine on his build. This got our SP375 top end kit, and it's for a stock bottom end, and it makes about 375 to the flywheel on this configuration right here. And it comes with the intake, the heads, valve covers, What else? The cam.
The cam, timing chain set, roller rockers, 1/6 roller rockers.
All the gaskets that you need.
All the gaskets. It came with patrol molly push rods.
Oh yeah.
These are adjustable. It comes with guide plates, screwed in studs. I mean, these are the 170cc. They're perfect for a street car, street strip. But I mean, this thing actually still get good gas mileage.
Yeah.
So
we're not exactly sure what gas mileage this guy's going to make, but we'll see. But yeah, enough about this. That's a different project, but I just thought that I'd show it off since I haven't really been covering it on the channel.
the plan is put it in Monday, so that way we can get it done, get it out of here, and then concentrate on this one.
Yeah. In between some other stuff that's coming in.
We still got to work on this thing.
Yeah, I got to work on mine.
We really need to get the motor dropped in it. So.
Yeah. I'm also in the middle of recording an install video for the Nitrous Express kit. I can't really show you because it's up on the lift. I don't want to give you a sneak peek, but we got the nitrous bottles mounted back there. It took a lot of work, but no, it's okay. They can watch another video. All right, so let's get rolling on this thing. I'll cover a little bit more action here, and then hopefully we'll get the engine taken out at some point. Maybe even today if we work hard enough.
I mean, I'm kind of planning on getting it out today.
Really?
Honestly, it's just got to take the intake off, a couple things off the front, and it's ready to come out.
Yeah.
I've already got the motor mounts loose.
Oh, really? Yeah, well, yeah, because you took the transmission out. Cool. Yeah, well, hopefully we'll get it out today. All right, we're back. So as you can see here, we have some progress. Let me get the camera turned around and kind of show you what's going on. So we took the stock K-member out. We had to do a little bit of paint repair here and rust repair from just a leaky power booster. Like I said, this car is basically rust free. The only issue that it had was just a little bit of rust that was leaking down there, but we got all that fixed and painted up so it looks nice. And we have the AGE K-member installed here. Next is going to be the camber caster plates. The AGE camber caster plates actually require you to drill some holes up in the stock area up there, and we don't really know if we want to do that, so we might just reach out and get some UPR ones. That way we can get this thing all connected with the new
KYB.
KYB. Okay.
Yeah, I got KYB struts and shocks, and I got white line upper and lower control arms for the back.
Gotcha.
Yeah, actually we got pictures. They're already posted on Facebook. And then here's a plastic tube. It's a stainless steel brake kit.
Is this the same kit that we put on my car?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, this
this
kit,
is the Cobra.
This one is
kit,
for
right?
the 93 Cobra.
Okay.
Because and the power booster and the master cylinder is also for 93 Cobra, because we're going to do the rear disc brake conversion. So everything's going to be like a 93 Cobra on this one.
Cool. So here's the box with all the suspension components that's going in the front of the red car there.
Yeah, here's all the stuff. I tell you what, this stuff is really good quality, especially for a car that's going to be driven a lot on the street. Because, oh man, check this out. So these are polyurethane bushings, but instead of the push-in kind, these are actually pressed in. Oh yeah. Just like a factory bushing. Huh. Except they're polyurethane.
Yeah, that's nice. And I know, because I had issues with my car with those polyurethanes.
Yeah, these, man, these they're just not noisy. Yeah. They stiffen the suspension up, and supposedly they don't break. So this is really a quality piece. So these are actually, and then you can still run the sway bar in the back, which he still wants to run a sway bar. So
right, yeah, he pretty much wants stock style suspension because he might drag race the car a little bit, but it's going to be definitely just a cruiser.
Yeah, and then the uppers are the same way, and these things are really affordable, man. They're just not that expensive. See how the uppers are? Oh yeah, they're just the same way.
All right, that's cool.
And then that goes on to the housing, rear end housing.
Right. No adjustability that you would have in like a drag setup, but
they do have them that's adjustable though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but he's not going to lower the car.
Right.
Nothing. So there's no sense in doing anything adjustable. He didn't really care about anything adjustable.
And then that's all just stock stuff there.
It's halfway between performance and stock.
Well, that 427 is a little bit heavier than the 351, right? Or than the 302.
Yeah, for sure.
So those will kind of probably help with that extra weight in the front there.
Yeah, I went ahead and put the motor on the engine stand. We have to change the water pump on it.
Right.
That's an old style water pump. We may even have to change the timing cover.
Right.
So that's why I put it on the stand so we can change it. It'll be easier.
Yeah. You think that oil pan will work?
Yeah, that's for a Fox body.
Okay. Cool. Hey guys, we're back. I'm not sure if you can hear me real well under that thing, but we actually found some time to work on this red Mustang today. So I think after today, this is probably going to be the last video or last clip that I make for this video. I'll go ahead and release this because I haven't released really anything on it since we actually got the car. We'll finish this up, get you all updated on what's going on with it, and then make another video later. So we got the brake booster and the master cylinder on, and some of these brake lines ran. This isn't really tight. All these fittings aren't tight just yet because we put a Cobra brake kit on this, and that proportioning valve either isn't the right proportioning valve, or we have to find some sort of adapter so we can get the brake line that goes over here on this, on the driver front brake. All the wiring and stuff up there, all secured. We have the brake lines coming through there, and we just put this brake line on. It's running back here. We're actually waiting on new caster camber plates because the ones that came in this kit, you actually have to drill into the factory strut tower braces up there, and we didn't really want to do that. So what's the brand that you got?
Q1A.
Okay, so we got some Q1A caster camber plates, and those should be coming in tomorrow. And then I think tomorrow Dad's gonna go ahead and put those in along with those shocks that you just saw in the last clip. And then we'll be pretty much ready to get this thing on the ground. But we figure the only thing left to really do is to take the rear end out. So we're not gonna be able to put it on the ground now. But we were talking about the conflict on space in here. And this is my car, if y'all haven't seen. We did have it up underneath this red car while it was up on the lift, but then, you know, that really takes up this lift, takes up this workspace. And whenever we want to work on this thing, we have to push my car out of the way. So we stopped by Harbor Freight and got some of these wheel casters, or the wheel car dolly thing. And we got it on there, pushed it around. It works okay. It's a little difficult because there's 4 casters per wheel, and you all have to get them kind of turned the right way in order for the car to start moving, but luckily the car is light. What we're going to do now is actually take the rear end out. We're going to just cut these parking brake lines because those are not going to work with the brakes that we're putting on it. And then we're going to go ahead and take pretty much everything off, and we're going to leave the wheels on it so we can, when we take this thing down, we'll be able to roll it around on the wheels. But I'll show you what's going on there just a little bit. Yeah. So I didn't mention, but the reason why we're actually taking the rear end out, there's a couple different reasons. We are going to be putting new control arms on it and suspension and all, but one of the biggest things is that we're doing torque box strengthening kit, or a torque box strengthening kit on this, which some people call them battle boxes, some people call them torque boxes, but it's actually, will you hold this? It's actually in here. So there's plates that go on the inside that just kind of strengthens up this whole area where the lower control arm bolts into, and then they also have them that bolt up somewhere up here. It's been a minute since I've done it.
They're up inside on the body mount. Up here.
Oh yeah. Okay, so it strengthens all the connections where the control arms go, the uppers too, right?
Yeah, on the body.
On the body, right? So we're going to be doing that, and we actually did them on my car with the rear end in it, and it was terrible. So we're going to do it on this car with the rear end out, considering that we pretty much have to take the rear end out anyway. We're also going to be putting a gear and I think stronger axles and a stronger carrier in this thing. I don't know if it's going to be like a race style, but they're just going to be strengthened.
Yeah, probably 31 spline.
Yeah, but we're going to do that. That honestly, you know, that could be done when the rear end's back in the car, but who knows? We might do all of that stuff while it's out of the car, put it back in, and kind of see where it goes from there. But we're going to get this thing taken out here in just a bit. Okay, so the rear end is out. Wasn't all that difficult. Just had to do it in the right order and be careful when we took the springs out because they are under a lot of tension. But it came out pretty well. We did the quad shocks first, which if you have one of these cars, there's a good chance that these aren't even on there. Let's see. Quad shocks first, upper control arms second. We made sure that the brake lines were detached, like I said, but we just cut these because we're not going to be using them anymore. And then, well, yeah, we're going to be replacing them. So then next, we did the shocks while holding it very carefully, and then the front bolts on the lower control arms. And then we just lowered it down. But if you ever do this, be careful doing it because, like I said, those springs can cause you to have a very bad day. So the rear end's tucked in the corner now, and got this thing back up. The Harbor Freight vehicle dollies really worked out. We were able to push this thing all the way over and kind of get out of the way. We have the ladder here because we forgot to take a picture of the engine compartment. We're going to post it on our Facebook page. If y'all aren't following our Facebook page, look down in the description below. I'll have a link there, and that's another place actually where you can contact us if you want us to do any work to your car. Anyway, that's going to be it for this video. I appreciate y'all sticking around. Sorry for this video being stretched out over such a long period of time. But anyway, thank you all for watching, and if you like the content, please like the video. It really helps us out a lot. Subscribe if you're new and you want to see more on this car or other projects that we work on. You know, we have our own cars. This is a 93 Mustang, that's mine, and then my dad has a ProCharge 2012 Mustang. You know, we're getting a lot of videos just kind of put out, trying to do at least one a week now that things have kind of picked up after winter time. And then we plan on doing a lot of racing videos this year too. So if you're excited for that, please subscribe, and I'll catch you all in another video.